Okay, so let me know if you folks can listen in, if sound is fine, if everything is visible, and looking forward to today we're going to talk about Notion and what Notion is. I found Notion like ages back, but since I've been using Notion, I'm just fallen in love with it, and I use it more and more every day. I already see some chat happening. Let's take a look at the chat. Ritesh Patel is here. Hello, Ritesh. Devinder Singh says, I'm using a Notion for last 2 months and it's really amazing app. Yep. Arvind Lakhani says, late. Yep, sorry. Wait for King Siddha. Yep, coming. Chinmay Joshi, hello. Rajesh Raghavan says, yes, time's up. All right. Hello, this Shakya. Hello, Dhaval. So, welcome, folks. Today, we're going to discuss Notion and all its uses. You might have already read the description that we're going to start with basic note taking and what pages and what Notion basically is like. Then we're going to try and create a to-do list, a goal tracking system. Then we can create some project documentation, and maybe we can also go on to create maybe a portfolio website, a basic version, and see how we can publish it. So in between, if you have any questions, any ideas, any references, feel free to use chat. It's all yours. And we're going to get started. So finally, I'm back with the OBS systems. So happy with it. After seeing Notion, I was like, why didn't Asif Ashraf says, after seeing Notion, I was like, why I didn't. Oh, wait, I think my system is switched to some other thing. Hold on a second. I have to switch this back. So what do? We go to studio mode and then we go to this one and we have to change this. Alrighty. That is strange. Yep. Alright, back again. There you go. Now you can see. Well, now you can see. All right. So what we're going to look, for some reason it is not centered. Give me a second. Let me just get that in order. And there you go. And that must tell you how I use OBS if it's getting resized live for you. So there's Notion. Free to sign up. We're going to take a look at their pricing. I think it's free for personal use. Share with 5 guests, unlimited pages and blogs. Honestly, you don't need as much sharing. I have a personal pro account, got it back in the day when there was no free account, but today you can get it. So we're gonna hit for sign up, and here I'm going to just I don't know, make a new account, fresh account. I hope it's not a long sign up. So we're gonna sign up. Sorry, we were on chat. Udit Chakya says start with its advantages, please, for beginners. Okay, Udit Chakya will talk about it. I am also using Notion, but sometimes it's slow, and it's with free account or with paid account also. Like, how can it help us? So that it's a note-taking app, right? Essentially. So what note-taking apps do is like the word suggests, they take notes for you. Now, what is the advantage with Notion? You have bunch of productivity tools, blended in to Notion. So for example, if you use Trello, you will see boards. If you use calendar, or if you use to-do list, or if you use some documentation tool, you will find all of these things in Notion. You will in fact find Google Sheets or Excel like tables, and you can add formulas, etc. as well. You can make relationship between databases. So it gets really, really powerful. That is the advantage of Notion is like you can really organize your entire life in Notion. Practically anything you can imagine, you will be able to kind of organize in Notion. So I am looking for the code. All right. What? The code has expired. Okay. I don't know how this code works. All right. So we are in Notion. So I hope Udit that helps. Karthik says login with Google. Yeah, I already have an account with Google, and I don't want to use my Google login. Oh damn, let's go through this. Don't matter. And yeah, we'll generate a password. It's always better to generate a password. I'm gonna do it over here so it's not visible. Never make like your own passwords. Always generate. For myself, onboarding is always interesting for designers, right? It has assumed some name for me. Coming back to chat while this it's getting ready. Karthik says, login with Google. Hello, Karthik. We already got through. Nikhil Thakur says, it'll be really helpful if you could share some templates you made which have worked for you. Yep, gonna do that. Hello, Siddharja. Nice to see you here. So, yep, we are back again. And they have some getting started, blah, 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 blah. I'm not gonna get interested in that. So, this is my Notion, right? You can switch to other workspaces. Workspaces will come to later. You can create workspaces, especially if you have pro account. You can create one for work, one for, let's say, you have collaborators. It's very useful for that sort of thing. But today we're going to stick to personal use cases. First thing you see here is add a page. And let me know if you can. Oh, the cursor is, I'm guessing this is because of the zoom. You're not able to see the entire thing. Give me a second, folks. So I'm going to reduce the cropping on this one, so you're able to see it properly. 2800. All right, I think that sounds about right. And that should be it. There you go. You should be able to see the entire thing now. Yep. I have to change a little bit this thing. Just a new setup, folks. So just please don't mind. Just just have to set up this thing a little bit better. Nope, not filters. I have to get to properties. All right, there you go. There we go. We have everything sorted. So you can see there's add a page here, right here. Yep, so let's see what a page is. We'll come to everything else later. So when you come to a page, this will say untitled page. You can start with an empty icon. You can start with an empty page. You can pick a template. You can import something. And you can turn this into a database, right? We'll come to these options very quickly. But these are the powerful options. But right now, we're going to create a basic page and see what we mean. So as the tradition goes, it's typically hello world, right? What can we note down here? I don't know. Let's say we note down some ideas. For example, I'm noting down a Notion live, right? And what do I want to cover in that Notion live? I will want to cover concepts, right? So I can start with, so let me change that to Notion live, right? Plan. And first thing I'm going to do is, now I want to structure this document, right? So what I can do is add blocks and make the slash, and you will see all these types of blocks. What I'm going to go for is heading second and add what are the concepts that I want to discuss, right? Now I can create a list, as simple as that. And I can start typing, I want to cover pages, then I want to cover blocks, then I want to cover content blocks and content types are similar thing. And then I will come to databases. And then I will come to properties and data types, right? And then we can go to filter, views, filters, and search, sort and search. Yeah, right? So we're going to cover this. And then we can try to make these things. We can try to make a goal and to-do tracking system, right? With Trello board. And we can try to make a action calendar, maybe. I don't know. We can try that. And we can also make a portfolio type kind of website, right? Basic portfolio. So now what you see here, and you see this thing, I can move this around because this is one block, this headline, and a block is a type of content. And all of these are blocks as I hover around them, right? So each of these individual items are blocks. And as you see, when I move them, Notion is aware and it changes the numbering accordingly. And I can move this space out of it and it looks like that. I can move the entirety of blocks together, right? Like that. I can move this up right here. So these are blocks, and these are all the types of blocks that you can create. There's a simple text block. You can create another page. So we can make another page inside a page. You can create a to-do list. So I can turn this entire thing into to-do list. So have we covered pages? Have we covered blocks and content types? Right, so I can copy paste this kind of thing. Let's see if that works. Nah, that doesn't work. Or I can convert this into actually a different type, right? I can turn this to do. There you go. This is the beauty of blocks you can turn. So we have covered basics of pages, right? the only thing left in pages is creating an embeddable page. So we create another page, and while like another page gets started, and we call this sub page. But where did the original page go? You can see in your breadcrumbs, Notion live plan has appeared. And if I go back, I can see my sub page is right here. I can click it and open it and go back right here. And right on your sidebar, you will see there's an arrow that has appeared. And if you open that, you can see your sub page. And I can continue to add more pages, and the structure will keep getting created, right? So this is sub page number 2, and you can see the sidebar is getting updated as I'm changing the title. Right over here, the sub page 2 got added, and that is how suddenly you have created a more complex workflow, right? This means that you have some content in here. Space must have gotten added, and if you want a certain emoji, you can add an icon. An icon can be like an emoji, and then when you go here, in your sidebar, you will see these icons. So in Notion Live Plan, I can change that to, let's say, red dot, right? Because live plan, and you will see this has updated. So this is how you start to get, you can add like a cover image, and you can change it. And when you're changing it, you can go to Unsplash and get really good images and use, customize the entire look and feel, or whether you're creating a website or simple this thing. And you can, so let me know if you are able to follow through so far. If you folks are able to follow through, then we will continue. Otherwise, I'll try to refine any concept that has missed out. What we did was we created these blocks. We can change these blocks type. For example, I can change this right now is a numbered list. I can turn this into a bulleted list. So this will turn into that. Or I can turn it back into a numbered list. So I can continue to do these kind of things. I can create pages and under pages, which becomes like this structure. So let's take chat. And what does the chat say? Alrighty. We have Karthik saying Notion is so powerful tool to be productive with our work, and also be used for documentation of yep. Shreya Shekhar says left panel is half cut out. Yep, figured that out. Thank you for pointing that out, Shreya. And nice to see you. Udit says, do you still get Notion portfolios from interns, or making a personal website is the new trend now? Notion is the new trend because Notion is the new tool. Personal website has always been there. Yep. Suraj, dark mode, please. Sure, we can switch to dark mode. Let's have a vote. Who here people? Let's see how many people want dark mode and how many people do not want dark mode, and then we can switch accordingly. But yes, Notion has dark mode. Asif says we are getting a lot of Notion portfolios recently. Yep, so am I. It's just easier to create. It just makes sense. It takes don't focus on the portfolio creation, just focus on my work. It's just so much easier. Kumar Swami says, hi Siddharth, hello. Sagar Bharadwaj says, can we add properties or tags in blank pages? Yes, you can add properties and tags in blank pages. We'll come to that in a minute, Sagar. Shreya says, if you link your Notion case study to your personal website and the recruiter asks, why have you done that instead of coding that page, what do you say? You just say that I am not comfortable coding, and it would have taken too much time, and I thought this was a much simpler and faster way to manage this thing. Coding is is not what I wanted to showcase. The work in the case study is what I wanted to showcase, right? Dhaval says, yes, dark mode. I would use Notion to manage my task and build personal website as portfolio. All right, Chinmay. Great to know. You will have those use cases covered today. Sagar says, I guess can create mockups too. Notion, not really. You can't create mockups with Notion. And Dhananjay says dark mode. All right. So we only have dark mode people. Fine. I mean, who am I to say? I am a dark mode fan too. So we're going to switch to dark mode. Dark mode. Where are you? All right. Hey, where's the dark mode? There's the dark mode. There you go. Dark mode. There we go, folks. We have Notion in dark mode and the voice in ASMR. All right. So now what we're going to do is make this a little crazier. What I'm going to do is start another page. Go to another page. Okay. And now we're going to get a little interesting. I'm going to create a to-do list. And right now, instead of going and creating a page, right, I'm going to pick and choose one of these. It doesn't matter which one you pick. You just want to create a database. In fact, you can turn a normal page into a database as well, but I'm really not at this point. I've forgotten how to do that, but we'll try on the fly. It's not that difficult to figure out. So I'm going to go with table because that's the simplest way to explain a database, right? And suddenly you will see we have name here and it says open. So I can open as a page. So these are pages in a database. And these pages have some properties like tags and files, which are empty right now. And I can add more property. I can add comment or I can create a new template out of this page. Now I can see the same properties that were here, tags and files, right here as well. Now we're going to change a little bit into something like we're going to change this table into something, some other view. Tell me what do you folks typically have when you make a to-do list? I typically get a date, right? So I will add a due date. So I make this due date and I go to types, property types, and I have chosen here date type. You have text type, you can add a text property. You can add a number property. For example, you can use that for number or currency. You can use a drop down. This can be used for categories. You can use a multi-select. This is like tags. Date is a simple date. Person is actual person that you can add in Notion. This is great for teams. You can attach a file or media. You can upload that. You can add a checkbox so you can track a to-do list like that. And you can also add a URL. You can add an email address, a phone number, or you can add advanced things. We'll come to advanced later. But very quickly to browse through, you can add a formula. So add, subtract, etc. on the numbers. Relationship to another page on another database that you've created in Notion. And then you can add, I don't know what rollup is. What is rollup? Oh, so you display and summarize data and form of a relation. I haven't figured that much. Notion is vast. The time it was automatically created at, who created it, last time it was edited, and who it was edited by. But for us, due date is enough. So we have turned that into due date, right? And when I go here, you can automatically see it gives me a calendar. I'm going to go ahead and set it for next Saturday. Yep. And I can go ahead and set that for next one and do this for maybe 14th. Yep. Oh, and I can add, let's say 28th. And if you see, now I can change this one to, let's say I want to change it to select option, but what I want to call it is a priority, right? I want to prioritize. And I don't know if you've seen my Instagram, and I have done a post on unproductivity. I'm not logged in, so it may not be visible. Oh, yeah, I'm not logged in. It is this post on unproductivity. You will find definition of Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 here. So all I'm gonna do is just create those. Create Q1, create Q2, right, and create Q3, and I can add another one and create Q4. There's Q4 and Q3 did not get created, so I can just create these. These are just select. I can only select one. So if I select that, that gets deselected. So it has single select. If you want multiple selections like tags, you go for multi-select. So that's my priority, right? Now let's add some to-dos. Clean your room, write case study, make a plan for Notion Live, right? For which the due date is already gone. So it was in the past. And then I can add another to-do list. I don't know. Exercise, right? And I can maybe add that like somewhere in the future. That's not Q4. That's Q2. Make a plan for Notion is Q2. Write a case study is Q1. It's delayed. Yeah, whatever. Not Q. It's Q3. It's important, but not urgent. So is it Q2? But it's not that important. I don't know how. Like it's always been an issue when it comes to cleaning your room. But that's how now you already see we have created a simple database. And what can we do with this database now? Sure, like I did this, like I made that happen. Now what? Simply speaking, first thing I'm going to do is add a view. First, and simply I'm going to go ahead and add a table view, right? And I'm going to call this, I don't know, Kanban board. I don't know if you've studied Kanban board. And Kanban has a simple thing. Or I can say my priority, daily priority. Yeah, I'm going to change that to daily priority. And you can automatically see in the background, Notion has done something for me. It has created columns for me like Trello does. And I can move these columns around like in Trello. And automatically it has picked up Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 as columns, and I can move these things around. I can move these around. And as I move them around, and I can go back to my table view, and you will see these as updated. Let's move all of them to Q1, and we will be able to do that. Move all of them to Q1, one after the other, and all of them should be Q1 now, and you can see all of them are Q1. And that's how you can simply use another board, right? If you prefer Trello now. So let's say I mean, what's the use? I can see the Q1, Q3 here. What I really want to do is separate what is to do, what I'm doing, and what is done, right? So now what I can do is create another select type, and I can say status, right? And I can create 3 kind of statuses. One says to do, right? One is doing. This is Kanban board, and one says done, right? So August 1 is done. Everything else is to do, and one thing I'm doing. Now I can create another board, and this one I can call Kanban, where these 3 things exist. And in Kanban, I can say in properties, like right now, again, you will see I picked it has picked Q1, Q2, Q3. I want to change that. So I'll go here, and I will, how do you change that? You go here in your settings. Wait a second. Wait a second. That was right here. Card preview, none, card size, add a property, status. I want status to be there, but I want property to be there as well. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Group, it's right here, group by status. So you can group by different properties, group by status. At the moment you group by status, you get to do, no status here, which I like to keep in the end. And you can get to do, doing, and done. And once you can move things around, and the same thing happens, right? And here now that you can see exercise is visible, the date is visible, and the same thing is visible. I can change that. I can go to properties. I don't want the status to be visible. I want the priority to be visible. So now I have my priority visible, and exactly in what order I need to do things. So suddenly from simple database, I can create multiple freaking views. It's crazy, right? Let's explore one more view now that you're talking about to-do list. Calendar. All of us are used to making calendars. So let's add a calendar view, and I can call that action calendar, right? And the moment I add calendar, voila, what do we see? We see all these things assigned to these particular dates that we had assigned them. Same thing, and I can move it around, and the date will change. So if I move it to 15th, now write case studies should be 15th as it's that simple. So now you have, and the fascinating part is now if you see to do here, I'm going to add an icon. So we are able to, yeah, that's a neat icon. There you go. All these are now views. You can change between them. You can do whatever you want here. Let's go one level more crazy. Okay. Now in this view, there's no point in, something that is showing that is already done. You can see the status here done. So what I can do is I can filter, right? And I can add a filter, and I can say add a filter. Add a filter on status, and status is not done. So show me everything that is not done. And there you go. The done item is moved out. And if I change the status of this to done, you will see this has disappeared. And if I wanted to bring it back again, I can go to my default view, and I can move this done to do, and I can move back to again my daily priority, and you will see it's back up again. So this is how you can manipulate things. You can sort things out as well. So I want this to be, right now 8th August is closer, 5th August is closer, but 15th August is top. So what I can do is add a sorting option, right? I want to sort them differently. Here I go. I say add due date as ascending sort. There you go. Now 8th will always come above. Like I can't move this above now, like no matter what I try, unless I change the date, in which case I can go here. I can change the date to 5th, and now it will move up automatically. So this is how you can add filter, sort, etc., and I want to narrow down to one thing. So I just simply search. Notion search is whatever. And my spellings are great, so it works great. So there you go. Case study is one thing. There you found case study, right? And that's how you can search for things. So that is how you create Notion databases. And before we move on to something else, I'm going to take questions, because I'm sure if not all of you may have followed through. In case you have, great. Let's take chat. Let's chat. What is happening? What is happening? Dark mode, dark mode, dark mode, dark mode. Light mode भी कर सकते हैं. I know. Winmay is here. Suraj Rishi is here. Hello. Chinmay Joshi is here. Oh, I forgot. I thought PC in dark mode. Oh, that looks good. Yep. Today I'm learning. I learned something. Chinmay, what did you learn? Shreya, date, status, activities included in a table. Activities included in a table. That's an interesting one. That's an interesting one. If you have a structure, would love to see. In fact, folks, after this, when you create your own Notion, make a quick video, make a quick reels, tag me in that, or post it on Twitter or LinkedIn and tag me in that post. Post a quick video of how ended up using this information that you're learning here, so I can. And if you get stuck anywhere, you can of course DM me. But I would really love to see more of you, posting and how you're using Notion and how you were able to make systems out of it. So go for it. Should I abandon Google Chrome and use Firefox to avoid RAM hog? Not the right person to answer. I personally use Firefox because I just like Firefox and I've never had RAM issues. So that says something. So if you're having RAM issues, try Firefox. Dhaval says this is really good. Thanks, Dhaval. Chinmay, wow. Undiscovered feature. Which was the undiscovered feature? If you have used Jira, then this stuff is easy to understand. Yep. If you use Jira, this stuff is like child's walk. Jira has even more advanced tools. You can programmatically do stuff. Chinmay Joshi says, King Siddharth, please save this live video. We might refer to it again in case we forget it again. For sure. All live videos till I get to 30,000 subscribers, when I can do a subscriber membership thing on my channel. All live videos will be public and will stay like that unless I declare it so. Some live videos with guests we may have to make like that time only, but this live video is going to stay. Don't worry at all. You can refer back to it. But don't leave right now. That doesn't mean you get to leave right now. Chinmay Joshi again says, I learned that dark mode can be activated in Notion. Wow. Nice. Okay. That's a good thing. All right. So it looks like you folks are able to follow so far. And now we're going to take this. So we created to-do list, right? Now let's say Shreya said something that, on temp, actually she mentioned table of to-do list. So you can go inside and add to-do list within it, right? Subtask 1, subtask 2, subtask 3, subtask 4, subtask 5, and you can continue to do that, right? But I want to do something different, and I want to show you something else as well. Now let's say I wanted to write a Notion plan, and I've already written the Notion plan, and I want to attach my Notion plan here. But I don't want to bring the file here. Remember we created the Notion file earlier. So what I'm going to do is create a relationship, right? And I want to select the database that I want to create the relationship with. And when you want to select the database, it will give you these databases. But right now that is not a database, so can't use that. We'll come back to that later. Sorry, never mind that. We'll come to that relationship in a second. Let's see if I can turn this into database. Not possible really, I guess. Nip. All right, never mind. What I'm going to do is create another page. Let's say these are my public documents. And I'm going to create another table here. And I'm going to move my Notion live plan as a page inside this. Whoa, that is not what I intended. That is not what God intended. Yep, that is what God intended. Notion Live is now a page here. Just drag and drop and it becomes a sub thing here. Now, because this is a database, I can go back here. I can open my to-do list. I can go to the relationship. And let's define relation. Okay, we'll have to delete that. Final file is a relationship type. We can hopefully choose the database now. What was our data? Public documents. There you go. Public documents is my database that I want to create a relationship with. This is DB relations. Any of you engineers here will understand this. Now I simply get to search. And of course, there's only one document. So I can just click Notion Live. And it is now related to this document. So when I go here, I can make a plan for Notion. Oh, it's done. And this is the final file. You can click here and go to the final file. So when I click here, what happens? I go to the final file, voila, and here I can say related to to-do items. Okay, it's a property and I can go back to the item here. And not just one item. Why one item, right? Multiple items can link to it. So I can go right here again. I can link to it again. And I go to Notion again and I can see 2 items related to it. So you can do one to many, many to many, many to one kind of relationships. It's nuts. It's bonkers. So how you can use this is when you're creating roadmap. So there's a roadmap track, a larger project going on, and you can create subtask for each project and in your goal. How can you use this for your personal this thing? In case of public documents, you will have goals here, right? And you can track goals and to-dos together. This again referring back to the ideas I shared in unproductivity the Instagram post. So let's say I have become fit and whatever, like I want to achieve 55 kgs because I've always been underweight, right? And now I can, let's say, go to my to-dos. I can add go to exercise and attach it to, let's say, change this to goal instead of final file, and attach it to become fit and fine, right? So my goal, my to-do exercise is attached to my goal, become fit. Now this Notion plan thing doesn't make sense, so we can change that to, I don't know, what can we change this to? Become famous, dominate, world domination, right? Of course. Why not? So my world domination plan requires me to write a case study and make a Notion plan plan for Notion Live, haha. And to become fit and 55 kgs, I have to exercise. So there you go. That is how we do relationships between databases. And before we move on to finally make a template, we will now go, because the best case study, the best use case there is a case study. We will take chat, of course. We'll take chat because we always take chat. Wait a second. Wasn't on chat all this while? No. Thank God. I wasn't on chat. All right. Kingsdat, please. All right. Suraj Rishi deleted a message. Suraj, no question. Learn to add filter and sorting very easily. All right. Nice. Sagar says no questions. Learn to add filter and sorting very easily. Nice, Sagar. Vimash, if I'm reading it correctly, says any thoughts on PKMs? Like, what is that? I have never heard of that. What is that? I have to Google that. I have no idea what you're talking about. What is that? Volcanic glass? I have no clue. Vimash, what is that? Akshay. Hello, Akshay. Nice to see you. She says, on the left navigation, the drag and drop is messy. I always end up making a mistake. I know. I avoid dragging and dropping. I prefer the move option. When you click on, I'll show you the move option once we switch to the other thing. Modified stream UI. Yes, Akshay, modified stream UI it is. Thank you so much. We can see far more chat now. Let me know if that works. And I've tried to ramp up the quality as well. So hopefully you folks are able to at least watch it in 720p. Let me know if that is not the case. We will, I don't know what I'll do. I'll try different settings, but I've ramped up the settings because there's a new iMac in the house. With, shouldn't say that before the vlog. Speaking of vlog, it's taking time. I've just been busy, but it's coming soon. All of this, how it's done, maybe we'll, if there's any questions left after that, we can do a live stream where I do a live stream about how I do a live stream. But wait for that vlog. I'm making it. Jokes take the longest. Writing a joke is not easy, you guys. Folks, writing a joke is never been easy. Naika, hello Naika, is there a template I can download? Right now, no, but whatever I'm creating here, I will share with you, so you can, I'll add to the description when the stream is over, so you can replicate and follow through the files. It'll be copy only. Samarnika says, I'm late OP in chat. Samarnika and Akshay are late. Akshay has food, but Samarnika, you're late. No worries. You can go back and rewatch it again. I am on 720p. Awesome. Because I'm, that is the new benchmark we need. All right, Chinmay, don't worry. You just miss on some basics, Samarnika. But yeah, they are important. Yep. So you can. What about PC? We'll come to that. Akshay, we'll come to that. Karthik says, watching live in 1080 on YouTube. Awesome. Finally able to do 1080p live stream. So happy about it. Someday I want to show you the live setup behind the scenes, the wire mess. Like my team was horrified looking at the wires. They were utterly horrified. Missed your comment, Suraj. Suraj, wait a second. Let me scan. Okay, Suraj. What comment did I miss? It says message redacted. So I don't know which message. Suraj says, how about a case study on making Notion for mobile easier to use? Ooh. Could try that. I mean, I don't use Notion on mobile other than consumption. Creation is hard on mobile, but we can try that. Yeah, for sure. Why not? At least to-do list, how to use. Maybe we can try that. Chinmay says Sanity P. Awesome, folks. Awesome. So happy. I think PKM stands for Personal Knowledge Management. Oh, I mean, yeah. I'd like to call it personal information management system. Like, there are different names for it. I don't know. Not use many of them. Was using Evernote before. Then I used two note-taking apps. I use Notion, and I use Apple Notes because I can take Apple Pencil notes. The day Notion works with the Apple Pencil, like Evernote does, they can ask me double the money. They can ask it double the money. Simply speaking, the day they make it work with Apple Pencil, Notion, if you're listening, you can charge me double the money, and I'll happily pay it. Just make it happen. And of course, you got to fix the search, you got to fix the loading time, and you got to fix all those other issues that we have ranted about here. But love you all, of course, right? All right, now coming back from the rant and to Notion, what can we do next? Next, what we're gonna do is create a portfolio, which will help us think about templates. And first thing I'm gonna do here is I'm just going to create a table, and this time I'm going to choose gallery. You can choose anyone, and you can add a view. It doesn't really matter. Actually, what I'm gonna do is add a list gallery. All right, because I will need that to be able to, and I can now add. Wait a second. Why is this like that? Did I choose list instead of table? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. All right, I can change this to published at, and we can add case studies. And what do we typically include? What, like, for example, what was my role and responsibilities? Things covered. I don't know, tags, and tags can be things like I did motion design here. I did UI design here, right? And here you can see we are using multi-select, right? Multi-select. So I'm able to add more here. This was just a UI design, and this was just a brand design case study, right? And let's say this was just UX research. So I can add tags like that. Then I can add a company name, and we can keep it as simple as text. In my case, that may be, it could be InstaMojo, head out. And now I'm gonna add some fantasy names like Spotify. What about Notion or Figma? I don't know, right? And hey, why didn't UX research get created? This one thing you have to remember, that sometimes this gets missed out. Yep. So this kind of thing can happen, right? You can now be starting to create this. So I have these case studies covered, but what do I do here? What I can do when I enter here? Oh damn, we already had this thing in some weird fashion. I gotta delete all these pages, folks. I gotta delete all these pages. Let's start afresh. Let's try to open this page. Yes, what I'm gonna do is create a template. Okay, well, the moment you hit create a template, it will change to this. You are now editing a template. Now I'm gonna open it full screen so you're able to see it clear. You can see you are editing a template in King Siddharth's portfolio. Now you can create a normal document. All right. Now what do I typically include in a case study? I talk about you gotta talk about the problem statement, right? Where you have point number 1, point number 2, point number 3, point number 4, and you can add bullet points here, and then you can add an H3, let's say, of validation and insights. Actually, this could be H2. And here I want to include things like include research, include data, include qualify other qualifiers. Then we come to another headline, iterations, and where I want to show the meat here, show the main design here, right? Actually, you can show final outcome of final outcome, and then you can in H3 you can show other nuances, right? Actually, not. This will be H3. What the hell? H3, and I can say nuance number 1. I can add another one, nuance number 2, And then finally another H2 where I say results, where I can add data and I can add graphs, right? And yep, and I can add a title here, company, etc., etc., etc. And now this can become my template. And what do templates do? And I want to make that call that case study template, right? And let's go back. So you see it has disappeared. Where did it go? Now it has become a template. When things become a template, now anything you create will follow that template. Why isn't it using that template? Oh, I have to use that template. Sorry, my bad, folks. I go here. Wait a second. Why can't I use that template? What happened? That is weird. That is super weird. Yep, that template is there. So why can't I use it? Here's a template. All right. Let me delete everything. Let's create a new thing. How do I change the template? Oh, quick tip. When you're creating templates, just in the name itself, add the thing template. Okay, I'll tell you why. Because it was right there, right here, template case study, but I was missing it because it didn't say the word template. So I use this trick, write the thing template. Now at the moment I click this, voila, everything is in place. All I gotta do is just modify this thing here, and publish. I want another case study, no problemo. I go here, I click on case study, and this is my case study number 2. And I add those details, and this is my case study number 1, right? And this is that easy. You suddenly have, and right now it seems like, yeah, whatever. But like if you have things like, let's say you want them to be able to go back, right? So let's say add back to portfolio link, right? And here I want to link to a page. Link to a page. How do you link to a page? Where did that come from? I think one of my speakers is on. Gotta switch that off, folks. Alrighty. You can add things like tables. You can add things like you can imagine when you create a new project, the documentation style can be here, starting out the project. So this is really useful, really powerful. You can standardize template for PRD, right? So tomorrow I can create. I don't know what just happened. Yeah. So tomorrow we can create a template for PRD. For some reason my screen is fluctuating. Hold on for a second. This can be my product requirement documents, right? And we can add a database. Damn it, start all over again. This is the problem with Notion. Only problem with Notion is like A, copy paste sucks, and B, if you click something and you didn't intend to do that, it sucks. Now I can create a template here, right? And I can write what goes in a PRD template. And I've discussed PRD template on whiteboard.fm, and I've discussed that on Abhinav Chikara's channel. How do you find a product requirement document, what they are, and how can you find it? I can create a this thing. What do you call that? A publicly shareable thing for you with you folks. But this is the one where I cover, and these two are the where I cover PRDs. There are 2 different PRDs I cover in both of these, so you can check those out to see PRDs. But typically it will have goals, right? Then you can add a format here. Goal number 1, we will know this product is successful if we achieve X and Y, etc., and they can be filled up, right? So now when you create a new PRD, you can simply go here, pick up your template PRD, and everything comes as it is. And then you can write, for example, head out tickets, and now this PRD can follow the same structure. So this is how templates work in Notion. Another thing I want to say, that let's say you're going to publicly share something, in which case you don't want other people to be by mistake getting a permission and being able to change, or you don't want yourself to be deleting these, because if I delete this publish at, this information will be gone, right? not publish add, some other things, because publish add is stored by Notion natively. Then you can go ahead and do a database lock. The moment you do a database lock, I can't add any more properties. I can't delete any properties, right? So to be able to change that, I have to go and undo database lock. Now I can add more filter, sort, and add more properties. So database lock is a useful feature. What other features are there? Let's say you have too many of these in the sidebar. You can add these to favorite and they come up here. So that way you can manage them more. Undo is undo. Page history can show you the historical this thing of this thing, but again, it's like a git. You can go back in time, but that's for paid account. Show deleted pages. In this, what pages were deleted, or all deleted pages you can see here. I don't know how long they stay. You can read up a Notion policy. You can delete this particular page. You can export it as HTML, Markdown, etc. You can merge with CSV. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe you upload a CSV, and I've never tried that option. Or you can move it. This is the move option I was talking about, that you can move it to another database, this particular thing, right? So instead of drag and drop, you can use this. The last thing I want to probably talk about is copy link and share link. So let's say I've taken this to-do format and I want to share it with you folks, right? So I say copy link. Or actually, I have to go to and say share first. So I go to share and I say share on the web. Now be very careful. If you do not want this to, once you create that link, anybody can get access to that link and they will be able to use this. If you don't want to do that, you want to invite people, right? If you want to keep it private. But I am okay with this going public. So I hit share this in public. Do not allow editing. Do not allow editing on public documents. Allow comments, maybe not, but this is what you want to be when you're sharing your own templates. Allow duplicate as template. So you folks will be able to duplicate that as well. And if you want SEO, etc., you can just click this as well. But this is again a pro feature. So I've hit that button and I've copied this and I'm about to paste that in the live chat. How about that? Let's paste it. Should we do it? Should we do it? Should we do it? Let me know. Let me know. Should we do it? Haha. All right. Now let's come back to chat so we can hear the answers. Can't see. Please scroll down. Oh, you can't see. Missed it under nose. Yep. Missed it right under the nose. Did you fix your Mac or bought a new Mac? I bought a second hand. Don't ask the questions right now. I'm so tempted to answer, but the vlog will tell all the stories. But yeah, I bought a second hand Mac. Okay, fine. I said it there. I said it, Akshay. Vimersh says it's really sick. You just gave me my thoughts. Okay. All right. Chinmay says, what if we add two databases in the same page and then we want to lock only one? Not possible. Let's try. But why not? Let's try. And let me know, folks, if you want to get the link to that I made. Actually, whatever. Like, there you go. There's the link. All right. Let's try what Chinmay has been talking about. Can we let's make two databases in a page. All right. First, I'm going to add table, inline table. So this is my table number 1, database 1, and I'm going to add another table. Oh yeah, you can create database inside a page and which has its own pages, You can create a gallery inside a page and then you can add another view for that. Notion is crazy. Notion is nuts. There you go. There we have database 2. Two databases in one. All right. This is the table view. Hey, come on. Alrighty. Now can we lock this one? Wrap cells, blah, 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 blah. Let's expand this to full view. And you can lock it. Yep, you can lock it. And let's see if we are able to edit the other. You are able to edit the other database while this one is locked. So yes, Chinmay, what you can imagine, most likely you can do in Notion. Your imagination is the only limitation in Notion. And of course, there's slow loading times and search sucks. But yep, that is what you can do in Notion. So coming back to our portfolio website, we left it in between. Let's come back to it. We don't like leaving it in between. Now we come to gallery view. And I'm going to open this case study and let's add an image, right? And let's say here you can upload your own stuff, right? But here I'm going to just like add quick images. So I can show you why this is so useful. Change cover. Let's pick something crazier. Let's say I'm a painter. So this is an art portfolio, right? You can see this has an image. this as an image. But what's the use if I can't see it here? Well, you can. Of course you can. How can you? And page content, page cover. So you can show none, page cover or page content. We're going to switch to page cover. And the moment we switch to page cover, you will see your images appear. And like this, my friends, you can make a portfolio. And what you can do is add more blocks here. So what I would do is probably add another page. Maybe move that as a page. It takes some trial and error. So I can call this new portfolio. Or let's go by our historical tradition, version 1, final underscore final, because why not? And I move this entire thing here. That's fine. Nah, that's not what I want. That's not what I want. Move it back, move it back. I go to gallery view and I move, what I want to do is first add introduction here. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's copy paste from my website. Nope, not that. Let's copy paste this. And let's try to make a website here first. Let's try to make a website here, right? What? Delete this. Delete this. And now I can add a gallery, right? And do the same thing here. But I don't want to do that. So I'll go to my gallery view here and I will move them to King Siddharth portfolio final. Did it move here? Yep, it did. Yep, it did. And I can, oh, but it's visible like that, not like that. Okay. Can I drag and drop this thing here? Yes, I can. And yes, I can. And when I do that, I can go here and change the properties again. But first I have to open it full view once you're not able to change the properties. And we change this to page cover and change this to large. Move this to be top. Go out again and my website is ready. And all I gotta do, I can add social media links here. So let's say Twitter, LinkedIn, I don't know, Instagram, and what you can do is select this, add link, and you can say HTTPS. I can copy my Instagram link from here and add that right here. I can add LinkedIn and blah, 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 blah. I'll do all of that. Yep, and my portfolio is ready. And I can share that for quick updates with you folks. And I say share on the web. Check the options once, copy link, and I paste it in the chat again. There you go. Our live website is ready. Let's see how it looks like in an incognito window. How does it look like? Not bad. Not bad. Of course, you will have to spend some time making sure you can go back from here so people are not lost. Make sure this appears and, you know, give link here in the footer as well, just in case somebody gets to that link directly. And all of that. But yep, your case study is ready right here. So that is how you can create a simple, good looking portfolio using Notion. We covered quickly to browse back. We covered to do. We covered creating, for that we create, cross-linked databases with our goals right here. And then we covered making portfolios where we covered templates, right? And which we moved to a publicly publishable site. And that brings us to precisely to the end, even though we started slightly late. Right at 10 p.m., we have closed everything, all that we started out with. So where is that to-do list? Where is that to-do list? Let's check those things off, right? Make a plan for Notion Live. World domination plan. I think I added to-do list here. Blocks and content, check. Data, check. Properties and data types, check. Views and filters and search and sort, check. And we have, with that, completed our world domination with Notion. And now we can take chat questions again. Alrighty. I will have to look at your template. All right. Is it possible to make a blog layout with all your content in Notion and somehow copy and paste the whole design of your blog and make a site? No, you can't make too many custom things. There are limitations. For example, there are only 2 columns, limited width, etc. So it's for really simple things, right? Where you don't want to do too much formatting. If you really want to customize the look and the layout, then I would highly suggest you go with custom HTML, CSS. If you like basic looks, you can use Notion. It's for really quick things. Chinmay says, "Wow, thank you for actually finding it out in live 2 databases." Yes, Chinmay. Yes. That is the usefulness of life. That is how I'd use Notion. Like if I've got a question, I just try it out. Like let's see if it works or not, right? And the software will tell you. Shreya says, when we write a Notion case study, we can add details for research and other design screens in sub pages so that the recruiter sees beautiful idea. You can add those details as sub pages so they can continue to see deeper and deeper. You can link to related case studies, etc. As well. Saroj Taylor, hello Saroj. Haven't seen you around here before. How to use tagging in Notion? The tags that Notion provides do nothing. I've been struggling with that for a while now. I'm also here. I've already covered it. So just to quickly show you how tags are working. In Todos, these are tags. These status, and these are actually this is single select. You can go here in the portfolio one and see that we have added tags here. So you can add design. What was this? Motion design. We can create a tag. Oh yeah, when you move from one page to one DB to the other, some of these get lost. So they are that when you move things around, be careful around that. So this can be UI design, right? And what I can do is add another one here and add UI design here as well. And I can add a filter here, right? I want to say that only show my UI design case study here, let's say, right? I don't want to show everything. So I can go here, add a filter, right? Add a property. And I say the tags contains only UI design. Now only UI design case studies will be visible on that page, as you can see. And the moment I remove UI design from here, let's say I add motion design, but I remove UI design, you can see that is gone. And you can create another table here, or gallery, right? And let's say you can there add your motion design stuff. So I can say motion design work and add a filter, another filter. Here I say the tags contains what? Oh, this is a separate DB. My bad. This creates a separate database. So I think we'll have to create a different view of this. How do you create that? Can you duplicate this? When you duplicate, it'll create and turn into the page. I think then it's better to add as a drop-down view or just add, make tags visible on top. You'll have to figure, this is where the limitations are. It won't be able to do everything that you desire. But I'm sure if you spend enough time, you will be able to make sure that somehow you can display, let's say, tags here. There you go. You can do that, right? And now you can see the motion design work separately, and you can see the and I will remove the filter so we can see everything. And there we go. You can see motion design tags separately, UI design tags separately, etc. And somebody can search these things. Tomorrow you can give sorting here. Yep. So that is how you can do that. I hope that is helpful. Coming back to our chat, folks. Suraj Rishi says, how many Notion portfolios, the website portfolios, do you come across when hiring these days? Notion is still 10%ish. It's not a lot. And right now hiring is kind of on a stagnation. So I haven't checked in a lot of time. But on the portfolio review, you can see like one in every couple of them. Like last to last, the portfolio review number 3 had a lot of Notion case studies. Udit Shaka says, when it is the next case study review live, want to send one, just published one yesterday. Maybe I will use the video to convert it into a Notion case study or a review. Not yet planned, but most likely around the 15th August weekend. I'll add the schedule in Telegram group with the moment I am clear about it, and I post it on Twitter, on Instagram. LinkedIn is where I don't post right now, but on the upcoming schedules, there I only post like post-produce stuff. But soon, maybe we will move some of the case study, like one on YouTube, one on LinkedIn. We'll see. But soon, coming soon, we'll have one before around 15 August for sure. So say then do you prefer one to the other? No, I don't prefer. I am more interested in the case study itself. As long as the design of the portfolio doesn't get in the way, I don't prefer one over the other. Saroj says, all right, thank you. So that brings us to the close of this live. And please make sure, if you found it valuable, if you learned something new, make sure you hit like, make sure you share it, right? Maybe there are folks who want to use Notion, and maybe you find out the people who keep a reference, keep a reference around, so you can, send it across. Puneet Chawla is here. Hello, Puneet Chawla. Coming soon. What is coming soon? Uh, so all right. So that was our stream for the day. If you have any question, threats, comments, let me know in the comments or join the Telegram group. Make sure you hit the like, and let us know if let me know if you have any advanced ideas. You want me to explore. I use Notion like heavily. I would have like thousands and thousands and thousands of pages, most of them archived at this point. Yep. And what else? What else? What else? English live stream is coming. English live stream is coming soon. So looking forward to that as well. That's gonna be first of its experiments. And other than that, take care, folks. Good night. Thank you for joining in. And make sure you share it with somebody who may like it. And make sure you hit the like. Thank you so much for watching.